My name's Fraser. I work for Norfolk Youth Offending Team. My job's mainly around computers and information technology and is mainly desk based, although it involves attending a lot of meetings and advising people on the phone. I started using it in 1994, so it's just getting on for 19 years at the moment. So it's seen a lot of change through those years, and not all for the better. I've used Access to work for a variety of different things over the years. It's kind of evolved as my medical issues and disability has evolved with me. So right in the early days it was around supplying me with office equipment that met my needs, so comfortable chairs that supported my spine, and information technology software that would help me write reports and other documentation without the need to spend ages typing. However, over the years, as things have progressively got worse with my situation disability-wise, it's now gone to the point of where I have substantial adaptations to my mobility vehicle. So I drive with computer-assisted electronic steering and accelerator and brake controls, which cost more than the value of the car. So it's ranged from £1,000 worth of support up to nearly £30,000 worth of support. I would go as far as to say that the difference Access to Work has made to me over the years has been the difference from being able to work and not able to work. I think without the support I would probably have been languishing on what is now employment support allowance. Basically, if I haven't got a comfortable chair, I can't work. If I'm not able to move around and manage my disability in a flexible way, then I can't work. And of course, if I can't drive my own vehicle, I can't get to and from work and to and from meetings. And having tried taxis and public transport over the years, they're not conducive to having a healthy spine. When I first started getting support in 1994, the way that I managed to get support was very, very easy. It was through the Disability Employment Advisor at the local job centre here in Norwich, and then directly with the Access to Work advisors who came out and assessed me in place, and were able to see where I worked and how I did my job, and were able to supply a very detailed and suitable for purpose assessment. However, over the years, as centres have shut down and they've become more centralised, the ability to access that quickly has reduced. So you now have a situation where you lodge a call with the central call centre in London, who lodges your request with an assessor somewhere else in the country, who then talks to you over the phone, who then asks an assessor to come out to visit you, and the assessor comes out and visits you, and it all goes in reverse. So it takes ages, and you're dealing with about 4 people, if you're lucky. The advice I'd give to somebody new in the Access to Work scheme would be about knowing your job inside out, knowing your disability inside out, and doing a lot of research, talking to a lot of people who are in a similar position to you to find out what support may be available to you out there. You might find, quite to your surprise, that in the end you end up being more of an expert than the assessor who comes out to see you, and if you know your situation really, really well, quite often they will sign off on what you think you need. The only thing in addition that I'd say in terms of hints and tips would be to not be afraid of pushing what you think is right for you. Nobody knows your disability better than you yourself, and although an advisor and assessor can suggest things for you, quite often your situation is unique, and although they've got a general idea about what people in similar situations have worked with successfully in the past, and of course it's worth considering, if you yourself are not comfortable with what they're suggesting and you know a better alternative, then stick with that alternative. The Access to Work scheme being promoted is one of those things that has eluded the government, I think, over a number of years. They've said themselves that it's probably the best kept secret. And of course it's difficult in these times where some of the publicity that's about is probably contradicts the message that we're trying to get out with Access to Work in helping people with disabilities into employment. But there needs to be a proactive promotion of the service directly to employers and to the community at large. Well, in my view, the Access to Work scheme can be improved by turning the clocks back, by making the service more accountable at a local level, and decentralising it. The problem is that by hiding all of these people in centralised offices, they never have any contact with people whose needs they're supposed to be meeting, and a lot of it is now done over the phone. They're spending public money, and surely they should meet those people face to face. I think it's as important for people who are using Access to Work to have their employer completely bought into it at the time when they're having the assessment done, and basically giving them some sort of idea of the sorts of things that you could be looking at getting in terms of support, so that they can put mechanisms in place to support you in getting that.